Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday evening, and here we are from some amazing FIFA action at the eISL powered by Coca Cola. Of course, before we get the event started, a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with our associate sponsors Hero, esports partners Nodwin Gaming, our platform partners PlayStation and Terra Virtua, Hero ISL's official digital collectible partner. Joining along with me is, of course, Azim, spotting that sleek blazer out there. And how are you, buddy?
Very good, very good. Very excited to see two teams who are slightly out of form today.
Yeah.
But we'll get to the match and the preview in just a little bit. First, let's take you through, as always, our tournament format. This is, of course, the league stage going on right now, which carries on until the 13th of March. Every match is divided into 3 games, 2 1v1s and 1 co-op. The top 4 teams, of course, will make it to the finals to be played 19th to 21st March. And of course, the 2 winning team members will then go head-to-head to decide who represents India in the FIFA Global Series 2022.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, right? That's what's on the line, and we've seen these teammates going off against each other in different tournaments already. So they're kind of preparing themselves lately. I did see Ankit Gupta winning one, but we'll talk about that a little bit later because a lot is on the line over here. I'm talking about a massive 78 lakh rupees money on the line, and yeah, of course, if you're placing first, you're gonna get 15 lakhs out of it, and so on. It reduces as also we do have a separate prize pool for the MVP, and that's 4 lakh rupees. That's some insane amount of money out there. But the matches that we have, of course, we've got to take a look at the leaderboards for all the viewers out there and for the ones that have joined us lately, because well, there's a lot of tumbling down here and there. And talking about teams tumbling, we've got 2 teams, like you mentioned, Azim, not in a really good position. Jamshedpur FC and ATK Mohun Bagan.
Yeah, Jamshedpur FC, I mean, just a few short weeks ago, they were sitting nice and pretty at the top of the table. But huge slump in form. You could say a lot of it down to a bit of bad luck. And also just not quite being able to get the results, particularly in their solo matches. They've still been very good at co-op.
Yeah.
And for ATK Mohun Bagan, I mean, every match seems to be the same story. We always go into it with this hope that they'll be able to get something out of it, that suddenly they'll be able to regain and recapture that form. But hasn't quite happened for them. As we look at the match lineups, of course, this is match 71. It is Bindratej going up against Arvind Mas. He'll fancy his chances over there. Of course, Arvind Mas, a player known for his defense. And KT Dillon going up against Akash, who will be looking to get a big result against someone. He's really not had the rub of the green, hitting the post, hitting the crossbar 3 or 4 times in his last few matches. And for one of these teams, something's got to give and some luck's got to change.
Yeah, we really hope there's an outcome out of this one because they desperately need those 3 points. And finally, it feels so good to see them smiling despite the fact that they're having such a tough spell right now. But anyways, taking a look at their head-to-head goal scored, you can clearly see, both these teams are really good in terms of scoring the goals. But conceding for ATK Mohun Bagan has always been a primary issue. And Jamshedpur FC clearly not really having the best of the luck on their side. But they've also gone against each other in the past, where Jamshedpur FC, well, it was a close tie, but they still managed to come out as victorious. So we're gonna have a similar sort of a matchup today as well. Just the order has been changed. We do have Arvind and Bindratej starting off, but last time they faced off, it was a 2-1 scoreline, and Akash Ash, well, barely edged out against KT Dillon. Considering how strong Jamshedpur FC were, this is again one of those results that they were not really happy with. But I'm pretty sure today they could desperately use those 3 points, because they're definitely falling down and down from a point where they were supposed to be the contenders for the first spot, now really struggling to even get into the top 4.
Yeah, absolutely. A win, absolutely a must for Jamshedpur FC today. Looking at the head-to-head, Bindratej, we know all about him. Loves to score goals, can score goals, conjure up chances out of absolutely nothing. Arvind, a very steady player, generally involved in low-scoring matches. It's usually a 1-0 or a 1-all or a 2-1 when he's involved. No major goals scored when he's been playing. So will be interesting to see a player who does not score many goals going up against a player who concedes a lot of goals. Will be interesting to see how this all pans out. Is there going to be a change of styles from either player? going to be very, very exciting to see. And Bindratej came close. I mean, he got a draw the last time out in a pretty close tie. But yeah, he'll be hoping to take that step further, get the win, and of course try to take the pressure off KT in game 2.
Oh yeah, I think of course that's going to be the initial intention because Arvind lately, of course, I mean he's been good in terms of his defense, but attacking wise, I'm pretty sure he could certainly do better. That being said, we are finally on with our first game for the evening. Of course, ATK Mohun Bagan from left to right in the signature green, and Jamshedpur FC from right to left. We do have Arvind Mas and Vidyatej going up against each other. And right from the very start, it is, of course, Bidratech maintaining a possession just to give it away towards Arvind.
Yeah, it's always a little funny to see when the matches start and the players haven't put their custom tactics on. You randomly see Mbappe starting at centre back, as we did see over there. That's why Bindratej was just wasting a little time, allowing his forward to get his position back. But wasting no time there was Arvind Mas trying to get in. We do see Bindratej has a good opportunity over here, has a couple of players ahead of him, but they run into each other. And that's really the story of ATKMB's season. I mean, no luck going their way, but still picks up the ball very early in the match. And waiting for Arvind Mas to press him over there, just waiting for that press to come so that he can create a chance. And Arvind, of course, very organized on his defense. And will take something special from Bindratej to find chinks in that armor. He is passing the ball around very nicely around the area, still maintaining possession with Pele, using that midfield very well. Now potentially has the opportunity to fire it into Ronaldo, and he does.
Oh.
And just about got past the defender, but the touch too heavy.
Yeah, just a little bit there, over there. But one thing I'm observing is Bidratej looks very matured with his style of FIFA today. He's not just rushing in. He's taking his own time to build the play up, and in the right opportunistic moment, he is definitely trying to enter in. So he's, of course, radiating some positivity right from the very start. Some, vital signs, again, I must say, for ATKMB. But that will not come down to anything at all if, Arvind Mas becomes the first player to score. And, yeah, we know how sound he is defensively. But right now with Pele, he is heading in inside the final third, looking for that pass. But well could not because Ronaldo was in that offside position with Mbappe. He's going to take his chances again. Maybe could go for the shot directly and does go for it. Maybe could have done a little better on that. Did have a little time there, but was impatient with the kick, and well, it's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, he timed the finish right, but yeah, he took the shot a little bit too early. Of course, the game does rely on actual physics in terms of how the player's body form should be while taking the shot, and of course, the angle was very prohibitive over there. But Arvind gets the ball straight back from the restart, and now he has the opportunity to shoot, does not take the opportunity. Bindratej can nip in over there and search for that counter-attack immediately. Quick movement, quick interplay, lovely little back heel, but then decides again to take his time. And this is something we've seen a bit of from Bindratej over the last couple of games. I wonder if this is onside. He goes for the chip. No, I think he was off. No, he wasn't offside. Wasn't offside.
I mean, imagine had that gotten through. That would have definitely been the goal of the evening, right? I'm pretty sure. But all right, I mean, what a goal would it have been to break the deadlock between these players? And 23 minutes have passed by. Still these players quite evenly matched in terms of how they're creating attacks. Of course, both the players, I guess, equal amount of attacks being made over here. Again, Arvind trying to race in through, but Bindratej looks very sound on his defense today as well. So again, good signs for ATKMB, one of those areas where they're constantly lacking. But again, there's this one problem that has always been with ATKMB. Their last moment goal conceding, factors, right? They've got to make sure that even if they're a goal up ahead, they should not concede in those final 10 minutes, which they've been doing almost in every single match they've been playing so far. So they definitely have things to work out, but a good pass given towards Ronaldo, transfer to Pele, takes a shot, and there you go. Arvind Mas scores, and Jamshedpur FC are 1-0 up. And 30 minutes in, what a perfect time to get this goal.
Absolutely, that is the Mas effect in play over there. Lovely little turn, and again we did say Bindratej was looking okay in terms of his organization, but that 1v1 defending over there Really not much he could do because Arvind just too quick for him, turning left, then turning right, getting onto the weaker foot, taking that shot. And of course, Jamshedpur FC now in the position they would have wanted to be with that lead. And of course, Bindratej now will be looking to come back. He has made comebacks before and pretty early in the game, so he does have pretty much 60 minutes to try and do something with this. And he is going to try using both the Ronaldos over there, but to no effect. And a bit of a cheap giveaway there from Arvind. This could be a chance. Vindatej needs to make him pay for moments like this. Running down the flank beautifully, searching for the cutback, finds the goal. That is excellent from Bindratej. But Arvind will be kicking himself for giving that ball away so easily.
Yeah, and this is signature Bindratej, right? Every single time he concedes one, he somehow makes up for it by scoring one. And yeah, not really the kind of a defense that we've really seen from Arvind Mas. A little loose at giving that one away. And again, we're back to square one from where we really started. And both these teams won each. And the ATKMB, I mean, imagine if they can win this one. That would be such a huge morale booster. But then again, there's a breakthrough with Pele. He's just trying to race in. Bindratej will still search for a few of his men. No one from the left inside, though I did expect, but still found a gap with Ronaldo. But Gullit coming in time, making that interception over there. And here they are, Jamshedpur FC on a counter-attack.
I think Bindratej could have been a little bit more brave over there as, bravery is the goalkeeper throwing his body on the line to make that save. And Bindratej gets away with one over there. He was hopelessly exposed with that counter-attack and now still looking for a counter-attack of his own. It's a great ball played in behind. Two options to choose from. Will he go on his own? He finds the cutback to Ronaldo in the back of the net. Bindratej, ATKMB take the lead, wasting no time, and there you go. It's the main man, Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the few players who is continuing to use the Cristiano Ronaldo card even after the title update, and the loyalty being rewarded with 2 goals by his, I'm sure, one of his favorite players.
Yeah.
And it is 2-1 to ATKMB. And yeah, Arvind, you could say a little bit of an architect over his own downfall over there. Didn't take a very, very clear chance and then got hit on the counter-attack.
Yeah, I really feel, he just got a little way too complacent about it. And, if that happens, then he's going to get punished. He clearly did not see that coming. But right now, he's looking to make up for it and takes a shot with Pele. But again, has been well defended by the goalkeeper and Spinazzola, making sure that he puts the ball out of harm's way. But either ways, Bindratej has been playing phenomenal after, conceding just that one goal. And there you have the half-time whistle goes by, and ATKMB 2-1. Some really good FIFA from Bindratej coming today. But, again, if you talk about their storyline, their journey, I think it's looking really bleak, if you take a look at their chances for the top 4. But still, they're warriors. They're still putting up a fight. And after this one goal being scored, you could see Arvind Mas really, just pumping up, celebrating up until this moment where he just gave everything away.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate for Arvind. Looked like he had the situation under control. And again, over here, composure from Bindratej, sort of making the dummy to be like, okay, you know what, maybe I'm going to shoot at the near post. And then the moment Arvind removed the cover from the man who was free for the cutback, there you go. That's where he has pounced. A couple of changes. Neymar and Zidane on for Pele and Vieira. Very, very interesting. Not usually players that end up sacrificed, but looks like a needs-must situation for Arvind, just trying to go with players he is more comfortable with. Of course, Neymar does give you that amazing 5-star dribbling ability with all the tricks in the book, and he is going to be looking to make use of that. Maybe had an opportunity over there with the new meta to take a finesse shot from that angle, but decides against it. And great press again by Bindratej, just sensing that weakness, sensing that opportunity from Arvind Mas, and then pouncing to get the ball. And he's looking repeatedly for that ball in behind on the right flank. Will he go for goal immediately over here? Vasse Roulé, but blocked. Crucial block by Maldini, and Bindratej will be wondering how that shot didn't end up on target.
You've got to give him, brownie points for him, even trying that Master Roulé from over there. Had that worked out, I'm pretty sure, it was a goal scored. And that could have been possibly lights out. But either ways, it's still too early to come into conclusions, as we do have Jamshedpur FC again back with their attack. They desperately need to score an equalizer and then the winner, because this is again, if you talk about it, they've faced up against each other in the past, and well, the winner was pretty much Arvind Mas. But is that a... I just jumped the gun, but it's fine. It's still a corner, and Neymar just racing in through, looking for a cutback, but gave it away.
Yeah, well composed over there was Bindratej, and now on the counter attack, probably maybe could have gone to Ronaldo straight away, but acres and acres of space for Cafu to run into. Needs to make sure he doesn't give that ball away cheaply, and he doesn't. And now Pele into that box. What's he going to do? Is it going to be another cutback? Going down the line, wins the corner, not doing the predictable thing this time, and of course reaping the rewards through another goal scoring opportunity. Will there be a cross into the box? Yes, there is. It goes back post towards Ronaldo, but of course well marshalled. We're not seeing a lot of corner kick goals after the latest title update, where there was one particular corner routine which was a little too OP, you could say. But now it is Arvind Mas and Jamshedpur FC coming forward. Let's see if there is a cross available. No, goes to Mbappe, finds Ronaldo. Now in the 1v1 situation, can't quite handle it, and Bindratej will come forward again.
Yeah, he definitely will. But again, taking a look at things, I'm kind of liking this sort of aggressive Arvind Mas. He's in pursuit for this one goal, but Bindratej somehow has got to hold on to his horses. All he's got to do is find that one more goal, and it's a comfortable cushion to sit onto. We still, after this new title update, we did see a lot of players, opting for the Kevin De Bruyne card, and then we're seeing a lot of Schweinsteiger also being used. And what, according to you, could be the possible reason that we've seen these changes around?
I think probably the passing ability that they give you for players who are looking to repeatedly get that through ball in behind. I think those are excellent options. Of course, mere mortals like us don't usually end up with these cards in our games, because a severe amount of grind needs to be done to get those icon swaps, to get these top rated icons. And again, well defended over there by Bindratej, making sure that there's no room for Arvind and Jamshedpur FC to go into it. There you go, looking for that ball in behind again. Mbappe must be absolutely knackered, but he still managed to find it. And now, surely the opportunity for a cutback delayed it a little bit too much. You can see Bindratej annoyed with himself over there. That could have been curtains at 3-1. I don't think there would have been a way back for Arvind. But, well, he might yet. Both players have had big chances and not taken them. And Bindratej made Arvind pay for missing a huge opportunity. Can Arvind do the same? Not this time around. And again, look at the number of bodies forward. Looks for that through ball, but I think this time, well, he would have been offside anyway. Yeah. And it is Jamshedpur FC on the attack again with a slightly risky pass.
I mean, I'm really liking the plays coming in from Bindratej today. The way the confidence radiating out. But well, there you have Arvind Mas just pacing in through, searching for that final pass, but does not come through. But still holds on to the possession just to give it away. And this could be a really promising counter-attack. He just needs more men on the left-hand side. Of course, he's got Ronaldo going in, but how long can he continue doing that? Maldini, of course, making sure that he was present just for the interception. And the last 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, is where we find ourselves, as this could be a long pass, but Vieira, reading this from miles afar, make sure that he puts it out of harm's way. And ATKMB, we're looking for a counter-attack, but this is clearly a back-and-forth FIFA that we are witnessing from these two gentlemen out here, who are leaving no stones unturned in trying to score one more.
Yeah, and another cheap giveaway, and again another counter-attack opportunity for Bindratej, bringing his fullback forward. I think he should try to hand that ball off to somebody else and get the defender back into position. He does exactly that. And now, maybe might look at a substitution as well. He does have a couple of tired players, particularly in attack. We've seen Mbappe and Ronaldo absolutely running their socks off, and runs completely. I think taking his eye off the ball and looking for the pass, not realizing that he ran into opponent. And now, this is where it could all that good work could be undone if Arvind manages to get that goal. We have seen he is a very persistent character. Can he get that shot away? It is Neymar at the edge of the box. Very tense. Now into the box with Mbappe. Will look for that cutback, but defended very well by Bindratej. And now this is it. Final opportunity. Is it a cutback? There is a cutback. There is the goal. for Arvind Mas
Oh,
in stoppage time, and you have to feel for Bindratej. Worked so hard, but eventually not going to get the win.
Nazim, this is which time? What number of time has this happened? Every single time this guy has the lead, towards the very end, he gives it away.
Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. And the thing is, over there, probably, I mean, he had defended everything well up to that point, but then you can see even he's just having a bit of a laugh about it. But now, will he go for a goal? Oh my goodness! Oh, well, okay, he's given it away. Could maybe have had an opportunity to try and run through immediately, but 2-all on reflection, I think Bindratej will feel he really should have won that one. He had the opportunities to do it as well, but Arvind will be happy to just stay in it. And now, well, the pressure does transfer to KT Dhillon and Akash Ash, and let's see if they can get the results that their teams need.
Oh, Arvind Mas clearly in clutch of that final equalizer at the moment, and yeah, it's pretty evident, that he's gotten his heart broken again, Tej, and this is not happening for the first time. I think we did have a talk about it. This is something we are really privy to, right? We've seen this in the past as well. Tej maintaining lead somehow. He's always been that goal-scoring machine, and even in the second half, he was still trying. But then again, by the skin of his teeth, we did have Arvind Mas somehow managing to score that equalizer. And yeah, likewise, like you just said, it's all come down to Akash, Ash, and KT Dhillon, and we've got to see a positive outcome from that one. Somewhere where we do not see teams equalizing, because of course we would want a victor out of the matchup. But this one was very evenly contested. Bindratej also has improved in the way he's been attacking. We've seen some crafty plays from him. He's not really shying away from making those long balls. He was feeling so good all up until the end to just give it away.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate for him. It seemed almost that he had played the perfect game. He had the game plan right, kept defending well and hitting him on the counter attack. And maybe could have made a couple of substitutions, maybe could have made a few tactical changes, got a few more bodies in defense. But of course, as we've seen time and time again, once you get into a good position with that run down the byline, it's really hard to defend that cutback. Maybe he could have, player selected Cafu to get him in front of Ronaldo in that instant, and you can see the annoyance, and and of course then the transfer of pressure from KT, because Akash, despite the lack of form, he will fancy his chances up against KT. And if you look at the stats, it was a little skewed in terms of quality of chances towards Jamshedpur FC, but ATKMB did have that lead up to about 90 minutes, but just could not hold on.
Yeah, just at the end. But a huge sigh of relief for, of course, Arvind Mas, because ideally on pen and paper, when you look at both these teams, it should have been an easy victory for Jamshedpur FC. But look at where we are. Even the last time this happened, it was somehow, Arvind Mas did manage to edge it out. But right now, the voice in my head does say that we've got Bindratej joining with us, and Bindratej, it continues again. You've always maintained that lead just to give it away in the final moments. How does it feel?
Oh man, it's awful right now. I've conceded in the 90th minute from the past two games, and I should change my name to Draw Tej now. To be honest, like last 3 out of 4 games, it's draw for me, and I should have won all of those games. So I'm not in a good mood right now.
Don't worry, I'm sure you will be Windratej at some time very, very soon.
Someday.
But you had a good game plan. You were largely, for the most of the game, you were looking composed in defense. You were looking for those balls in over the top. So we have seen you as one of the few players who's using Schweinsteiger in midfield. Is
Yeah,
there a particular reason for that? You're just a fan of the player. What's the thinking there?
I'm just a fan of the player. He's one of my favorite, and I was like, now I should start playing him, and he's been good for me. He's
Yeah.
been putting some great balls, and defensively also he's very solid. So I'm happy with him also.
Yeah, 100%. Even talking about your game today, of course, we're going to be looking at the positives, right? Because the last
Yeah.
encounter you did have against Jamshedpur FC, you did lose it. So it's a draw. So some positive signs out of this one. But again, a lot of crafty plays made from your side. So had you planned it all along? Because today was some different FIFA from your side.
Yeah, I've been trying not to force a lot in attack nowadays. As you have seen in past games also, I'm scoring one or two goals and I'm trying to I'm trying to attack only on those attacks which can guarantee me a shot on target. So I'm not forcing the passes now.
No, we have seen that for sure, that your attacking play has been a little bit more patient. So only unfortunately on defense today was a bit lacking. I did have a question for you though. Again, you're one of those players who uses Cristiano Ronaldo from the start. I noticed you still have the 92 card. So haven't you thought about the team of the year card for Cristiano Ronaldo as well?
The We don't have that card in the account right now.
Oh, you don't have it. Okay, okay. That would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
too OP maybe. All
yeah,
right, cool.
exactly.
Anyway, thanks, Vidratej. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hopefully, Katie can get you guys the result in the next game,
Yeah,
and we'll catch you soon.
thanks, man. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, disheartened again. I mean,
Yeah.
I can completely feel him. He was just there on the brink of victory, just about to taste it from his wine glass, and it all goes away. And yeah, it's all right though. Like I mentioned, draw is something that I would look in to the positives because there has been a drastic improvement. Because you're talking about Jamshedpur FC. That they're going up against with, and they still managed to edge out a draw. I mean, at one time, they were my potential candidates to, have a chance at the trophy. But how the mighty have fallen is all I can say from over here. But well, Akash Ash, he's here to change it all, or maybe not, because he's been having a really bad time hitting all those shots on the crossbars, and likewise with Bindratej, we've got to see whose bad luck is less on them, because that has been the telltale story over here with these lads. They've just not been lucky. They've been making those efforts, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup tonight.
Yeah, KT will really, really want to get off to a decent start in this game. I think he needs to make sure he doesn't concede very early on. Akash will be looking to seize the initiative. I'm sure KT, if it was possible, would have done a little puja on the side with those goalposts, saying, "Please strike again for Akash."
Lakshman Rekha.
Just put a magnet in all those posts and one in the ball, so that all the shots end up there. But here we go. We have kicked off, and okay, a bit of early acrobatics there for Vieira to do. And Neymar Jr. there you see again. You have to remember to change your tactics, otherwise Neymar will be stuck at centre back again. But no, he has now moved forward. And KT also using Renato Sanchez, a player that he has preferred throughout the tournament, and Garincha. So going really with his preferred attacking meta over there. And a good looking early start, getting into that box straight away. He will look for those cutback goals, which I think now particularly all of his opponents would have figured out that that's sort of KT's go-to tactic. So he will have to start mixing it up just a little bit. Will he go short for this corner? No, I think he is trying to get the ball in. Okay, just a little bit of deja vu over here. It's like a time machine, just rewinding. And ball into the box towards Maldini, and of course headed away. And now on the counter attack will come Akash.
Oh yeah, and again, like you mentioned, I completely agree with you. I think KT could use a little bit more craftiness in his build-up, right? Sometimes he's just so easy to read and figure out, and against Akash Ash, he's got to have some tricks of his sleeves. He needs to draw out a rapid from his magic hat. Needs to do something, but get a win at the very least, because Akash is broken through with Ronaldo. Is going to pace it, but maybe a chip shot could have helped, but he intended to go for the dribble and making some risky plays. Akash still applying that little bit of pressure over there, but KT, this could be some good break, especially a break that he'd been searching for. Would be looking for a cross, but in front of Maldini, it does not really happen quite often.
Yeah, we did see, we have seen, in fact, that play that Akash did to create the chance. I mentioned this in their last game as well. KT has conceded that exact same goal at least 5 or 6 times. We're overcommitting that one defender. And there you go. This time Akash goes for the chip.
Oh,
Can
thank
it be
God.
stopped? Nope. Akash just as casual as you like, as simple as you like. And too many gaps in the defense, you'd have to say, for KT. It's a big problem, has been a big problem since the start of the season. You cannot allow so much space for the opposition to run into. I think maybe too much focus on the ball and the ball player itself, and not enough on the last line of defense, and has been made to pay. So now KT needs to go out and try to score a few goals, which has also been a problem for him. Not been the greatest tournament for him or ATKMB so far, but we have seen him do it. We have seen him pull out that result against FC Goa, and if he can find that same form, there's nothing to stop him from making a comeback again here today. The least he would want from this game, I'm sure, is a draw, so that they can go into the co-op with a hope of getting all 3 points.
Yeah.
And well, if he keeps giving that ball away like that, it's just going to give Akash more and more opportunities.
Oh yeah. And for a moment I really felt, when Akash was going in with that chip shot, I was just having my fingers crossed, hoping that it would not hit the crossbar. But I guess Lady Luck is by his side today. So let's see what happens with Ronaldo. He's again trying to get inside the area, but it does not happen this time. So KT was sort of vigilant on his toes in terms of that interception being made now, forcing out an attack of his own, racing in through, will look for his signature cutback, but instead, goes for the shot. But Casillas, being so well prepared, does have that reflex, and we see him coming through. But hold on, the attack is not over with Gullit. He's going to take his chances, but misses the shot, and it's a goal kick.
Yeah, I think probably needed a timed finish over there and a little bit more power on that shot, because it did open up, it did set up very nicely for him, and we have seen those shots go in the past from Ruud Gullit as well. So not the worst option over there. Could potentially have played the ball in for a higher potential shot, just as Bindatej said that's what he's been doing, looking for high percentage shooting opportunities. And didn't quite happen for KT over there. And now, of course, Akash, this is the position he would have loved to be in at the start of the game. One goal up and then able to sort of dictate the tempo of the game. But KT is giving him a run for his money. He is trying to create opportunities over here. Goes out to Renato Sanchez over there, and a very poor offside to be caught over there.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. With the way they've been playing right now. Jamshedpur FC, of course, 30 minutes played. They're 1-0 up. But in terms of possession, I think KT has done a fair amount of job, still going head-to-head. In fact, keeping a slight lead, but isn't really quite a reflection of his efforts, right, on how the standings are right now, how the goals have been scored, but rather just that one goal from Akash Ash pretty early on. And that has been the only goal so far, but looking for another one. That's a good pass on towards Eusebio. Now Akash Ash has to definitely try and break it with Gullit. He's going to take his chances, and so the curse continues, Azim. Just when I was thinking he's gone past his gloomy days, here we are, back at it again.
Oh man, Akash, I don't know whether he's downloaded some weird DLC that nobody knows about, some crossbar challenge DLC or something like that. Because it just keeps happening for him. Every time he goes for that power shot, he just ends up hitting the woodwork. And now Renato Sanchez getting forward really well, looks for that ball in, actually could have played in the fullback who's overlapping, and now huge gap for Akash to exploit. Can he do it? It is pretty much 4-on-4 at the moment. Desperately trying to get players back into position there, KT Dilan, and does manage to. Still not completely set. And again, you can see over there got that defense a little bit too high in my opinion, but got saved over there, and a great ball to find Gullit. Good first touch to create space as well. And manages to hold on to that very well. And now passes that ball into Garincha and not quite able to do it. So he is getting close. He just needs to, I think, just let go of the pressure, let go of the tension, just play his natural game, KT, and I'm sure that goal can come for him.
Oh, it definitely will. But again, pushing in from the right wing and everything else. Akash Ash, deep down under, he's kind of feeling the crunch of it, right? Again, making that chance that clearly looked like a goal. How on earth could that miss? But I think we're almost getting towards the half time. Just waiting for it to blow. One last chance for Akash Ash, at least in the first half. But no, Sanchez gets away with the interception, and there you have it. The halftime whistle just blowing off, and yeah, I mean, where we stand is 1-0, the scoreline being in Jamshedpur FC. They're definitely looking green right now. The way they've managed to take the possession away, their chances at goals, but still, I mean, a lot of people would say it's not a fair representation of the efforts being put by the players. Just this one beautiful goal. But I really thought that this could have been 3-0 at the very least. Akash did create some really promising chances.
Yeah, absolutely. He did create, I think, two big chances. The one that, of course, he did score, and one off the crossbar. So definitely could have been 2-0. No major chances created by KT. He had that one shot from range, but not really a high percentage chance or a very clear chance, so to speak. And as the second half begins, we will, of course, see KT as the half progresses, getting more and more attacking, getting his fullbacks forward as well. And Akash, I'm sure, will be waiting for that to open because, when there are gaps that appear in KT's defense, it's usually for players of Akash's caliber fairly easy to exploit those opportunities. And there you go again, using those manual passes, gets in with Eusebio, trying to find Ronaldo over there, desperate defending, and surely this is it. You can't hit the crossbar from here. There you go, it's 2-0. And I think that is the win for this particular game, at least in the bag for Jamshedpur FC. But, well, stranger things have happened in the eISL so far. And if KT can pull this off, if he can claw back 2 goals, that would really be one of the comebacks of the season.
Oh yeah, but we haven't really seen him do that. That's just the last other night. It was, of course, the Bengal derby and SC's Bengal being the better team out there. So, of course, I mean, in the real Hero ISL though, that's a different story altogether, right? You've got ATKMB playing really out of the minds, right at the top. But here at the eISL, they've been going through some really tough times. But again, the fans, they've been supporting the players throughout, and we really hope they keep on doing the same. But for now, as things are, Akash, he would definitely be looking for one more. And I really want to get back into talking with him if we could really have the players of Jamshedpur FC for an interview. But hold on, right now taking a shot with this Pele from so far. But it's fine again. But you know, again, for KT Dillon, Azim, what do you think he needs to do to just get past through Ash's defense and get an equalizer for that? Of course, 2 goals. How does he do it?
I think he just needs to let go of the tension, let go of the seriousness, and just try to have fun as he's doing over here. Work that well with Pele. I think just needs to try to express himself, try to play his natural game when you're confident, when you're, and we've seen that. I mean, a prime exponent of that is the rival from across town, Ankit Gupta, who doesn't really overthink what he's doing. We have seen in the games where he's been under pressure, which was a game against KT Dillon as well, where he himself said he kept wondering, why am I not scoring, why am I not scoring, and that seemed to inhibit him, the pressure and the tension. And I think KT just needs to let that go, just needs to try and have a good time. Of course, this is a huge opportunity, sometimes a once in a lifetime opportunity for these players, but there you go, it is the goal, brilliantly worked by Akash, and finally the man has found his form.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for KT, the rotten run continues, and yeah, it's looking increasingly more and more difficult, nigh on impossible to see anything but a win for Akash Ashia.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much over. I really feel like if it was the final nail in the coffin, because from here onwards, I really don't see KT Dillon making a comeback. Somewhere down the line, even he knows that. But this is where I would really want the players of ATKMB. Now I'm pretty much sure that I think they're losing their grip. I think they've already lost their grip on ever trying to enter into the top four with the remainder number of matches remaining, and the total points have been scored. So this is a point where you have nothing to lose, right? This is a point where you sort of start playing without any pressure. Just play your natural game. Just play as if you're going for an online game against your friend, someone over the internet, or something like that, and start being crafty, start being a little free, like you said, a carefree approach like Ankit Gupta. But of course, you've got to have those strategies in play. But this is again a replay of the goal we just saw, and KT Dillon's expression says it all. Feels like he's done from over there.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it must be painful, obviously, coming into the studio every week. Every week you come in there with that little hope that maybe it's going to change, maybe suddenly today is going to click. And of course, for, well, pretty much 14 out of 15 times that they've done this, it's not really worked out for them. And KT, of course, did manage to get that one big win against, I do believe it was V Sharma for FC Goa. But now Akash just really in the mood, wants to bring the pain to KT, really rub salt in those wounds. And of course, he's had his own struggles over the last few days. So I think for KT, that's pretty much the example to take. Akash, a player who hadn't managed to win anything in his last three games, really out of form, looking down in the dumps, now managing to find his stride, really get going in the tournament. And well, with the second half of games to come, and most of those games now up against top four contenders along with them, it could be huge momentum and did look like an opportunity for KT over there, but doesn't look like. Well, I hope for his sake he can at least try to get one goal back here.
Yeah, I mean, just a consolation goal would definitely help his cause. But, again, I don't think Akash Ash is going to try and let him do that. So the only living respite for ATKMB at this point is going to be to focus absolutely on their co-op game, as Ronaldo and Akash Ash. They've got different intentions. I was really hoping for maybe a quick cutback over there into a goal being scored, and maybe that could have been lights out absolutely. But with just 13 minutes waiting to go, I really feel that this match is pretty much over, because ATK Mohun Bagan, they've got to score 3 goals at the very least, to try and force out the co-op game, which could be equal on both the sides. Do have Ibrahimovic on and there again with Ronaldo, just passing it on towards Vieira, but nothing much happening over here. So a few changes in personnel, I believe, or maybe in terms of their tactics, because the final 10 minutes, and I think Akash Ash would want to maintain a clean sheet over here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he just wants that one perfect result. If you told him you can go out and win this 3-0, he would have been very happy. Will, of course, be pushing to get a fourth goal as well. And yeah, it's been that image for most of the season on the ATKMB bench. Just furrowed brows, a little annoyance, a little silence. Starts every day with being a little cheery, with a bit of hope, but just has not happened for ATKMB this season. Still stuck on only those 3 points. And I think till the end of the season, their target has to be to try and get to double figures. I think that's what would be realistic. And again, you see, just doesn't have the confidence. The confidence KT would have found a better solution over there. Would have either taken a shot or just brought in a defender to create the space for the cutback. But it's just not happening for him. And yeah, I mean, I've been in these situations when you're in a bad run of form and you just can't seem to get out. It's the worst thing in the world when you're just doing it in casual games at home. But even worse when you're at the biggest FIFA tournament in India. And there you go. Oh, well, small mercies as Casillas makes the save.
Oh yeah, and again, the way things have been going, and I don't think at this point Akash would even mind, right? Every chance he takes on goal, it's fine, it's fine. He's got nothing to lose at this point. He pretty much knows he's gonna win anyways, so he's gonna still try and get the scoreline to a 4-0, because he does have the potential. He's just been missing out on it, and today the luck somehow has been on his side. He still did manage to hit the crossbar though, but again, he was almost about to score, with Gullit still maintaining that possession. Has found an opening, but Maldini again coming into rescue. Oh, that could have been cheeky.
Yeah, that was quite a bit of a risk over there. You could see Akash really wanting to win that ball, wanting that fourth goal. As we are now into stoppage time, both players just sliding around for fun. And again, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of all people, ends up defending. And it ends in the end 3-0 to Jamshedpur FC, 3 goals to the good. Akash Ash really dominant in this performance. Of course, it is not all tied up and done and dusted just yet. Jamshedpur FC have to make sure that they do not lose game 3. And for ATKMB, have to keep their hope alive, have to realize that this third game is still a possibility for them. If they can get that win, it gets them a point, which, I mean, if you'd offered them at the start of the game against Jamshedpur FC, they would probably have taken it. So have to shift focus, have to get that focus back and get your head into the game, into the zone to play
Yeah.
co-op, and I'm sure that's what these boys should be working on right now.
Yeah, of course, look at Akash Ash after this 3-0 victory. Some would want him to celebrate, right? Even the fans would be happy, but he is clearly not happy for some reason. Of course, I think that has something to do with the bad spell he's been having lately, right? He's been having those really gloomy days, and he knows that he cannot mess this up in the co-op because, of course, if somehow ATKMB make a comeback in the co-op games, and then it's pretty much done. But again, fair reflection of the game, how it really started off. Kashash did manage to score a goal, but towards the second half, that is where we really felt like KT sort of gassed out. Because the last time these two guys played against each other, we did see them, I think it was a 1-0 scoreline in favor of Kashash. So this time, a good reflection in terms of how the goals have been scored. But regardless, this game they will have to make sure they walk off with a victory. So in order to ensure that there's no trouble, they do not have to share any points with anyone because Jamshedpur FC they desperately need those 3 points.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be the boys from Odisha FC, from Kerala Blasters FC, from Hyderabad FC, who will be watching this and willing ATKMB on. Come on, guys, let these guys drop some points. It's really going to open the door up for the rest of those 4 teams who are in the battle. So they will not have given up hope. Maybe there is a pizza waiting for the ATKMB boys, as we've established. Who knows? But over there in this game, of course, nothing waiting for ATKMB apart from a humbling defeat. 4.4 expected goals to 0.5 over there, and 8 shots taken. Clearly, Akash, more than worthy victor over here.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt at that at all because the way Akasha has played, he looked really confident. But for all you guys out there, VFlect, is Terra Virtua's own property, floating dancing robot from the virtual land. Get yourself a free VFlect in your team kit for free, and it's worth $19.99. So whenever you sign up, you're gonna get your hands on the V2 version of it. So of course you're gonna enjoy that, and yeah, I mean, I kind of like this jersey. A lot of ATKMB fans would enjoy this one. But for Azim, he's showing an intent at getting a Northeast United one. And for
Yeah.
myself, I think I'll go with an Odisha FC one.
Yeah, and also there are player trading cards available on the platform as well. So please do go check out Terra Virtua. Of course, if you sign up, you can get the Reflect. But they also do have new team posters and NFT moments coming soon. So watch out for that if you are part of the NFT ecosystem. And why would you not be? Because what is it? Is it 2009? No, it's 2022, and you should be up to date with all this.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there was a time when even internet was a myth, and look at where we are today. So, of course, the metaverse expanding, a lot of people entering into. I'm pretty sure we also need to jump on the hype train, Azim. Of course, being the oldies out here, clearly, we had our thoughts, but after doing my own research, I am clearly feeling confident that I'm finally ready. Of course, all you guys out there, do your own research. We're not your financial advisors, but regardless, getting back into this particular game over here. So, co-op game, battle between these 4 gentlemen, of course, a 2v2 situation, and it's already kicked off. And Jamshedpur FC, they're definitely the favorites, looking for a win, making sure that they do not have to struggle with getting those 3 points. But anything can possibly happen. We have seen this in the past, and ATKMB, all they've got to do is snatch a win in the co-op, and they're going to be sharing points.
Yeah, well, easier said than done, of course, for ATKMB. We did see them actually do a pretty decent job in their last co-op game. Looked like they had taken the lead, looked like they had the game sort of under control. But unfortunately for them, all fell away defensively in the end, as has been the story of the season. And Jamshedpur FC, look at them already passing that ball so well. Caster's curse, they give it away immediately. And, well, Mbappe now looking to find that ball through to Ronaldo, decides against it, probably would have been offside. And yeah, for ATKMB, if they can get that early goal, I think that will just settle them a little bit, settle their nerves, and of course give us overall a good contest to watch. Now trying to get the ball, work the ball well inside that box. Again, running a bit offside, so need to be a little cognizant of where you are. It is easy to just keep watching the ball and not watch where you're moving your own player. So for ATKMB, did have looked like a promising attack, didn't amount to much, but of course they have to now be wary of Jamshedpur FC, who are of course one of the best co-op units in the eISL. Despite their recent form, they've been losing their individual matches, but they've been still as just as good in co-op.
I think they've sort of been really good, but again, they're on various occasions where teams sort of don't really try hard, right?
Yeah.
Majority of the times against ATKMB, they kind of seal the deal in the first two games itself. So, of course, getting a little loosened up in the co-op game, but again, today the way these two players are playing, Akash and Irvin, they have no intentions in settling with just a draw. They want to absolutely crush or decimate ATKMB over here and make sure that they walk off with 3 points. But likewise, 15 minutes have already passed by. Both these teams are building up chances and everything and all. But again, you're gonna feel sad for Bindutej the way that match ended. But looking at this, the shot being taken by Jamshedpur FC, but of course, well deflected, well dealt with. Now they're on the counter attack.
Yeah, that was quite well dealt with over there defensively. But again, on the attack, not able to keep hold of that. The coordination just not quite there in attack. In defense, they're somehow managing to keep them out. It's only been 20 minutes, but so far it has been Jamshedpur FC as the team. They want to just to get this job done as soon as possible. They want to get that lead, gives them the breathing space that they can even concede, but still get those 3 points. But Bastian Schweinsteiger, one of Binder Tej's favorites, as we've recently come to know, back there in the midfield again, and now looking for that through ball, but not quite able to find it. Very, very good defensive positioning from Jamshedpur FC. Good sliding tackle to cut it out. So it is both teams very, very eager. You can see to win the ball back. Very high press being employed by both. Again, just constantly. It's a battle of giving the ball away. But now, Jamshedpur FC, if they can make this stick, could have an opportunity on goal. The forwards have run a bit offside. Have to wait for them to come back again. And now, no major progressive passes available for Jamshedpur FC to make, but it just takes that one slip, that one mistake, and the gap just opens up like the Red Sea. So it's a very, very cagey situation, a very tight situation for ATKMB. It's very fine margins, one mistake, and it could all be over.
Yeah, just that one mistake, and we'll be waiting for that room. But well, I think we did see Ronaldo on his dancing shoes there. But either ways, getting back to what we do have, it's sort of been a cagey affair, and nothing really breaking the ice between the two teams over here. Hasn't really been again. Kind of a day that the ATKMB fans would be celebrating out here, but yeah, good news incoming for Jamshedpur FC, or maybe are we speaking too soon? Because we never know. ATKMB one sliver of opening, and if they score, and if they somehow manage to draw out a win out of this fixture, then they're going to be sharing points. So that's there. But of course, a corner out for Jamshedpur FC. They're going to be looking to go a little long, and there they go. But I don't know if they can really find the player that they were intending, because Gullet still using his physical presence and height over there, making sure he gets to the ball first. And Jamshedpur FC, however, still maintaining the possession with Pele. This pass is perfect. Shot taken, but dealt with again.
Yeah, I think needed to open up just a little bit more of an angle for the shot. But now on the counter attack, come ATKMB. Poor touch over there, unfortunately. I think a more progressive touch would have taken away from the defender. But they have been given the ball back away. And now this is about being quick, being speedy about it. Takes the shot on. Maybe not the best opportunity. You can see over there Bindratej pointing and saying, bro, two players open, could have passed. But ball in, played at the back post. Will it fall to an ATKMB shot? It does, but not able to capitalize yet. These are vital moments for ATKMB. They could maybe manage to steal a point over here if they can get the goal, but unfortunately not to be. And Jamshedpur FC, well, they come ahead, they keep going, and they'll be looking to try and close this out before halftime if possible. So getting their players forward. Of course, I don't think they'll be very majorly nervous about this Jamshedpur FC despite the lack of form, but I think it will be just slightly at the back of their minds that, you know what, there is a possibility that luck might not go our way.
Oh.
And there you go. The luck seems to be going ATKMB's way as the keeper pulls out another save.
Yeah, and again, we are almost approaching the end of half time, the first time, right? And this is going the first half. I'm sorry. Of course, not the kind of result that either of those teams would be anticipating. But Jamshedpur FC did have a slight opening over there, which could not be capitalized upon. But ATKMB is just going to pace it through. We're clearly seeing, they could do a few little things win in terms of increasing the synergy, because that hasn't really been on point, right? We could see them making those passes which are sort of going astray at some point or the other, but Pele definitely having his legs on the ball, looking at the goal. But maybe somewhere down the line, had he just gone in for a pass, the attack would have still be on. But right now, either ways, ATKMB still having the possession. But there you go, though. Halftime whistle blowing off, and nothing to separate these two teams in the third game of the evening.
Yeah, I think for Jamshedpur FC will, as the game stays longer and longer at 0-0, they will start to get a little bit pressured by it, a little bit nervous, because ETKMB are getting into good scoring positions, but they're not quite able to make that final pass, that final ball. And as you said, that synergy between the two players doesn't quite seem to be there. I think maybe the trust isn't quite there between the two players. That you know what, I'm just going to blindly pass the ball off to my teammate and he will be able to score. I don't think that telepathic understanding is there, like with the way we've seen, for instance, with FC Goa, with Afnan and V Sharma, the way they just completely trust each other. Whoever is on the ball, they trust that they're going to do the right thing. And BTKMB, maybe that's something that will come hopefully over time. I know these guys have been together for a couple of months now, but maybe some people take a little bit longer to start trusting their friends. Maybe if you've had a lot of pranksters in college around you, you can take a while to start trusting people. But now, looking to get forward very quickly again, very poor choice of pass, and Jamshedpur FC can counter.
Yeah, and it's sort of being really stale at this point, right? It's like a game of chess. Both these players are going at each other. They're trying to create chances, but no positive outcomes for either of these teams. But this could change over here. Ronaldo, well, of course, he's gonna pass it back towards Neymar, and then he's gonna look for Gullit. But no, that does not happen, as ATKMB managed to successfully interpret, and kind of feels like pinball at a certain point over here, just back and forth. But all right, this is something promising
Oh,
built up. Oh, Cassilis with the save.
oh, unlucky over there. I think maybe the chip might have been the better option with the keeper committing lower the striker's feet over there. But that's promising for ATKMB. It's showing them that they're capable of getting into those positions. They just have to try and be simple, be clinical with their passing, and not overcomplicate things. Because over there it was just simple. It was like 3 passes, 1 through ball, no fancy footwork required. Just needed the players to be in communication with each other. And now, speaking of communication, how's the communication with Jamshedpur FC? Going solo over there for a moment. The deflection on the clearance will favor ATKMB, but the pass again nowhere near reaching its target. And Jamshedpur FC will come forward again. Now look, they're looking for that ball in behind, using the pace that Vinicius Junior offers. Will they look for a cross? I wonder. Will they look for a shot from the edge of the area? It is played very, very well over here. Nicely being patient, working this well, and now takes the shot again straight to the keeper.
Oh yeah, and it's going on and on and on. Still yet to see the icebreaker between these two clubs over here. Of course, looking for that late cutback, but Vieira just poking in and making sure he gets his legs on the ball. And now ATK, they will be on a counter attack of their own. Now, as long as this goes on and this keeps on going, Jamshedpur FC, they're not going to mind that, right? But ATKMB, now they definitely do not seem to be in the natural element, right? Because at this point, they're usually the ones up in the lead. And towards the end, they kind of give it away. But that's for another day, maybe. Because for now, either of both the teams need to find an opening goal. And they haven't done it. But Neymar and rather Jamshedpur FC being very cautious with every single step that they're taking. But still, have given the ball away. But hold on. Jamshedpur FC have managed to retain back the possession.
Yeah, again another not a ball that was thought through particularly well, and now this is a huge opportunity. Great tackle over there to win that ball back. Looked like he was just teeing up for a shot, had got the timing on the shot right. So the interception from the defender was absolutely crucial. And now just a little composure needed on the ball. Need to just slow it down a little bit, and there you go again. Not really thinking before playing these passes, and getting a bit fortunate over there that Jamshedpur FC were not particularly set on attack, and they will look to get in behind that left flank now using Ronaldo. Is there an option for a cross? It's a good run, but again, nothing really done apart from. I mean, you have to do a bit more than just pressing R2 in those situations. There has to be a little bit more guile, a little bit more creativity because you are up against the best defensive cards, particularly players like Maldini in there at the back, Desai. They're not going to let strikers go cheaply, and you have to sort of be cognizant of that. Again, very straightforward ball played in over the top, and so easy for the defenders to read for Jamshedpur.
Yeah, but again, either ways, either ways, we come down to that fact that it's almost the final 10 minutes remaining, and maybe this could all change over here for Jamshedpur FC as they take a shot. But again, just the keeper's hands deflecting it away for a corner, and you can clearly see the frustration sort of seeping through, not just with Jamshedpur FC, but also with ATK Mohun Bagan, because they're the one who are behind the walls over here, and they've got to break it somehow. They've got to score, because if at this point they're going to score a goal, it's going to be so difficult for Jamshedpur FC to make an instantaneous comeback, and they might be able to steal one away, right? And that is going to be absolutely horrendous for Jamshedpur FC if they kind of concede a goal in the final 10 minutes. But Jamshedpur FC, they've been building their chances up. They're definitely going to take a short corner. This is the routine I think they're going to opt for, considering the player has moved towards the corner taker. But no, that was all a fake. But still, no result out of it, as it directly goes to the keeper's hands. And well, now out for a throw.
Yeah, I think we're now going to see with that break a little bit of a tactical switch from ATKMB. We will see them now getting more attacking, which is the right thing to do. There's nothing really to lose. Just need to attack as much as you can. If it sticks, it sticks. You get a goal, and suddenly you get 1 point, which is, I mean, one more point than they currently have, which is always a good thing. So when you're in ATKMB's position, will they go for the shot? Now a huge opportunity. Takes the shot, but again, can't quite work the angle with Pele. Ended up in a cul-de-sac in between two defenders. And now Jamshedpur FC will be seeing a lot more opportunities on that counter-attack. I wonder if Jamshedpur FC are just going to try and play this safe and see it out now. Because when the team is playing with attacking tactics, with a constant pressure system, it can be difficult to see that out and almost can be counterproductive to not attack them and try to sit back. But for now, does look like they're trying to keep possession. Will ATKMB be brave over here? They are trying to go in and win that ball back as soon as possible. Jamshedpur FC, they're wasting their time. They know that they've been burned too many times in the past. Foul over there, advantage played. Will they try to take the shot? Nope. I think they just want to see this out. They just want the result. And with 1 minute of stoppage time to play, you can see the keeper being brought out as well. They're desperate to try and win that ball back. And yeah, there you go.
What?
Little bit of gamesmanship over there. And well, it is blocked and it ends up surely now with full time. And yeah, it is kind of annoying for the players, particularly when you're chasing the game and you think, you know what, we have 4 or 5 minutes left. And suddenly your opposition just tries to see it out. So I think a sign of respect over there from Jamshedpur FC. I mean, not particularly respectful play, but showing ATKMB the respect enough to say, you know what, we can't afford to let them have the ball because maybe they're capable of hurting us.
Yeah, but at the same time, a goal would have definitely helped them, right? Considering how tight these teams are looking in terms of the leaderboard. But again, the disappointing run continues for ATKMP. But let's say I wouldn't really call Jamshedpur FC making a comeback or something like that. But it's still baby steps, right? 3 points secured. That is something desperately that they've wanted for a while. and they're gonna be happy about it. I'm pretty sure, even when we get into a talk with Arpin, he's gonna say that, hey guys, I did not play according to my standards, and I think I can do pretty much a lot from the potential that I have. But I think today is a day where I really want to get into a chat with Akash, because we've got to ask him what's going wrong. Why is he so unlucky? Did he wake up on the wrong side of his bed, or what really happened? But either ways, victory for Jamshedpur FC today, and this is sort of a goalless match, pretty dry. But in terms of possession, Jamshedpur were absolutely dominating, and in most of the aspects, in most of the important aspects, Jamshedpur FC did have the better stats. But clearly, in terms of how the scoreline has been reflected, you can see that it has ended out in a draw.
Yeah, and not the most entertaining spectacle for match three for us for sure. And these are the games that you have to win even when you're not in the best of form for Jamshedpur FC. These are the kind of games that are the hallmark of winning teams when you're not at your best, somehow grinding out that result, and that's what they managed today. Two draws, but the win from Akash Ash turning out to be that absolutely key result, which got them all 3 points. And Bindratej will also
Yeah.
be looking back and saying, you know what, if I had managed to hold on to that 2-1, suddenly ATKMB could have had a draw. But as we can see from the final scorecard here, Bindratej held to a draw in the last minute by Arvind Mas, and of course Akash Ash a dominating 3-0 display, which took the pressure off the co-op match somewhat, but it was close, it was nervy. ATKMB did have chances towards the end, not able to take it, and by virtue of drawing game 3,
Yeah.
Jamshedpur FC win the match overall and earn 3 points that they would desperately have needed.
Yeah, of course. And, this is, again, positive signs for Jamshedpur FC as they're eyeing out for, making their way back into the top four. But, baby steps, like we just said. And the players, I'm pretty sure, they've got their scripts ready. I really know what they're going to say. But for now, I think we do know who the hero of the match is going to be. Of course, it's going to be our favorite, our lovely Akash Ash, who's managed to score 3 goals today against KT over there. The last time these guys met, it was just that it was a very nervy affair, but still, the boys from Jamshedpur FC clearly sealed the deal in their first 2 individual games. But this is how things started off as, Akash Ash got an early opening. After that, it was a quite first half. Up until the start of the second half is where he started getting more success. Look at the room being given. Katie Dillon, his defense absolutely in shambles over there. And, after this, we did witness the final nail in the coffin just coming in. Completely outplayed Katie Dillon. And still, which, sort of leads to this one fact that he needs to work on his defense. But I think it's pretty too late. But now, let's take an eye on the leaderboard and see where Jamshedpur FC are. And they're on the 5th spot now.
Yeah, and just look at that fight for the top 4 places. Particularly that last place over there, 4 teams tied on 19 points. All of them have played a different number of games. There's also Kerala Blasters, Odisha FC, and Hyderabad FC who are hanging on to their tails over there. So, I mean, there are pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams vying for that final spot. And it's with FC Goa, of course, in the mix as well, not having played a few games recently. We could even see Chennai and FC dropping down because they've played more matches than anyone else in the top 10.
Right.
So many permutations, combinations, how things could work out. But for the moment, we do have the main man of the day, the hero of the match, Akash, with us. Let's head over. Akash, nice to finally have an interview back with you. Congrats on the win, and finally your curse of the crossbar seems to be ending.
I don't think it ended. Even I hit a crossbar in this game also, and it just never seems stopping.
Akash, I've got to ask this to you because, is it something that is happening inside the game? Are you just unlucky, or is it something that to do with the new patch update? What is going wrong? And clearly, it's reflecting because you guys were
Yeah.
our top contenders for our, at least in the top 4 at a certain point, you would have gotten the top spot. But this sort of a slump, clearly, I think it's not acceptable by your standards.
Yeah, I mean, coming to your point, like I don't think it's a new patch thing. Like end of the day, it's just a game. All I can do is sit here and press a button. If it
Yeah.
goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like we
Right.
can only control things which are under my control, and that one is certainly not under my control.
Yeah.
But it's been a little bit of a low run of form for y'all, particularly y'all were losing your individual matches, winning the co-op matches. So, what has been the changes that you guys have been looking to make, particularly in the individual games?
uh, Even though I lost like my last 4 games, particularly I don't think I played any bad FIFA. Like I never
Yeah.
got dominated and lost. Like I was pretty sure I was unlucky in most of the occasions. So I just never changed anything. I know this was a FIFA which got me results at the start, just because I was being unlucky. I don't see myself changing the way which I'm gonna play. I'm gonna continue playing this style. Let's see where it gets me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would love to see you back in your monstrosity, right? The way you started off inside the AISL and with a banger, of course. But before we head out, any message for all your fans? Because I'm pretty sure they've been looking up to you and they have been sending you messages. So anything that you want to say to your fans and your family?
I just want to thank my fans and my family. They've been supportive even when things weren't going in our way. But I mean, I can assure one thing: we are gonna give 100% every game, despite the result. Like what's gonna happen? Like we're gonna give 100%.
All right, brilliant. So thanks so much to chat with you, Akash. It's been a long time since we got to chat with you,
Yeah.
but hopefully not such a long wait for the next one. Cheers.
Thanks for that, guys. Hope we meet each other soon.
Oh, sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I just have to go stairs below, so it's gonna be really easy for me. But I'm having a few, people sending some rumors around. There's a rumor mill around that Zeem is gonna be around here sometime soon. We really
Really?
hope that happens. But regardless, again, we're finally done, ladies and gentlemen, with all the games. But hey, for you guys, we've got something, right? You can also get your hands on a collection of player trading cards to get an anime team badge for free worth $19.99. Now, I mean, that's a lot of money, and if I'm getting that for free, I might as well check out Virtua, right? All you've got to do is check out their website, sign up, and you're getting yourselves a free NFT.
Yeah, absolutely. This one looks pretty cool as well. I might even take a Jamshedpur FC one if
Yeah.
Northeast United FC is not available. Really like the design on that jersey, and of course, this is the NFT called the V Fleck, which you can get customized as per whichever team you would like. So, well, get on the bandwagon, get with the trend.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we've all been doing our own research, but for all you viewers out there, I really hoped you enjoyed the tie because Jamshedpur FC finally, after a slump, have managed to get a win and are back again at it in the race for the top four. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for the evening for you guys. But before we head out, a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with Coca-Cola and our associate sponsors, Hero Esports Partners, Nodwin Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, and Terra Virtua, Hero ISL's official digital collectible partner. That being said, Azim and I, we're going to be calling it a night. We're going to see you pretty soon. Till then, you guys have a good time. And yeah, bye-bye.